recording right now, and we're actually in a session where we have people in the room. We've got the seminar started at a LePage office in Mississauga, and we're actually, in fact, I'll bring it up on the screen just to make sure everybody's got it. Where did I put it? Right here. Everyone that is seeing this particular video at a later time on YouTube, whether it's one day from now or a year from now, all this stuff still applies no matter what, ever since we started this service many years ago. Install the app on your phone, go to the App Store or the Play Store and install the ICIWorld app. And what I'm going to do is the app that you get is going to be the same search no matter what service you use. This was our original service, started in 1994. We were the first ones on the internet. In 1994, there was only 14 people in real estate on the internet in 1994. 14 people. If you look up ICIWorld.com, it's the longest running real estate website. Oh, Doris! Oh, I gotta give her a hug. Hang on. She's one of our instructors. She's going to be saying a few words today. Yeah. Nice to see you. Okay, thanks for coming. Or by the way, this is Frank, the manager, and some of his wonderful salespeople. And so yeah, we were the first ones on the internet in 1994. I was a real estate broker, going to the Toronto Real Estate Board, and I was a CCIM member. And we would stand up in a room like this and say, you know, I have a buyer for this, and somebody says, I have a seller for this, and they says, oh, I've got a buyer for your property, or somebody said, well, I've got a property for your buyer, and we would network, but we would lose track of everybody had all their little haves and wants in the room. And 2 weeks after one of the meetings, I talked to a lawyer, and the lawyer said, well, I've got a customer who's got a shopping center for sale. I says, oh, great, because 2 weeks ago, I was at the Toronto Real Estate Board right in the auditorium where we did a little have and want session. And I went back to my notes and I couldn't find the buyer. That's $50,000. And I couldn't find the buyer. I never did find the buyer. I called some people in the room who had that buyer for that particular shopping center in that area. I couldn't find it. That was a missed opportunity to make a lot of money. Do you agree or disagree? If you understand that, this service is an answer to that, where each of your haves and wants can now be put in a world database because of what Bill Gates did helping to build the internet and all the people from CERN, Switzerland that built the internet. Now we can put information on the internet someplace. Everybody in the world can go to this site and check it out. So now we're not going to lose opportunities. And the ultimate goal, you'll notice that when I talked to a lawyer and he had a buyer, that's not a signed listing. That's not a signed listing. That's a piece of information. Bill Gates wrote a book called At the Speed of Thought. If you can take something out of your head and put it on the internet, everybody in the world can read it. If you had a saddle for sale, beautiful saddle for a horse, you put it on the internet, you're going to get people calling you for that kind of a saddle. I know it's crazy. Anything you think. In real estate, the fact that this lawyer had a $13 million shopping center, that's a piece of information. Where do you put it? You know about it, but if you're the only one that knows about it, he now becomes a secret agent. Am I right or wrong? Right. He knows about it, but nobody else knows about it.
The only one who knows.
A lot of you may be secret agents right now, where you know of something that's for sale, but you can't get it listed. Maybe the owner said, I want to sell my property. I'll pay you a commission, but I don't want to give you a listing right now. Has anybody ever had that said to them?
Oh, yeah.
How many in the room? Just 3? 1, 2, 3? 4? Okay. The question is, has anyone ever said to you, I would like to sell my property, but I don't want to give you a listing, but I will pay you a commission? Some of the new people maybe haven't had that happen, but you're going to very shortly. You just have to go speak to a for sale by owner, to a condo owner, somebody wants to sell their condo, a builder. You say, I've got 5 lots over here to build houses, so you bring me a buyer, I'll build them a house. That is a piece of valuable information that is not being worked in the industry right now. And I'm going to be showing you today how you can work information. The key thing is you don't do it until you know the RICO guidelines for working information. And I'm going to cover those RICO guidelines as we go through. Basically, no one should ever give an address of a property to anyone unless you have the consent of the owner in writing. Everyone understand that? Especially new people. Make sure you know that. You don't give an address. Just because you know about something, you shouldn't be giving an address to somebody unless you have the consent of the owner in writing. But if you don't have the consent of the owner in writing, you can ask them 3 questions. If I brought you a buyer, would you pay me a commission? Does anybody have a problem with that question? No? Okay, good. Let's go to the second question. Second question is, will you give me a 48-hour exclusive listing to cover my showing? In other words, you're not going to show a property unless you have a signed listing. Okay? You should never show a property without having a signed listing. All in agree or disagree?
Agree.
Okay. And the third question you ask that owner, will you give me permission to market that information, but I'm going to do it without the address? If you can get a yes, and a yes, you can put it on ICIWorld, the #1 service in the world where you can work information, not just listings. Could you put that information in the classified ads of a newspaper? Go ahead. Could you put it on Facebook theoretically? You could, as long as you don't put an address or identify the property. Now, when somebody calls you, what's the first question they're going to ask you?
What is this?
Well, where is it? Who said where is it? They're going to ask you, where is it? Are you going to give the address?
No.
Everybody say no.
No.
No, good. What you do is you can make a statement that in this particular case, we have to put an agreement in place first. But if you like, I should be getting the listing signed in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. And once I get the listing signed, I will call you back. I'll put your name on a list and you can be one of the first people through the property. How does that sound? Is there anybody in this room that has a listing that may be coming for sale in the next 1, 2, 3, or 4 months? Anybody at all? You're all in real estate. You've got a listing. Can you give me an example of what that listing might be?
It would be a townhouse. I'm assuming next 35 days.
Okay, so you've got a townhouse coming for sale in the next 35 days. Roughly what price?
450.
450. So you could say, Mississauga, it's in Mississauga or Brampton?
It's
In Brampton, coming for sale, townhouse, approximately $450,000. That's it, coming for sale. When someone calls you and they ask you for the address, what are you going to say?
the same. What you explained before.
Okay, you can say in this particular case, we have to put an agreement in place first, but it's near Boulevard and whatever streets it's near. You can maybe give them a general neighborhood, right? And they're gonna say, well, geez, I'm interested. As soon as you get it, let me know. And you can tell them the first open house that I do, I'll make sure that you are invited to the very first open house once I get the listing signed. Isn't that wonderful? That's, see, the beauty of the Toronto Real Estate Board and the beauty of MLS, I've served on MLS committees. When you take an MLS listing and get it signed, they put it on the internet where there's 4 billion people. And if somebody likes it, they give you a call, you line up your appointments, you have 7 showings, you get 3 offers, and you go from there. That's the beauty of the internet. But your property coming for sale right now, you are a secret agent. Am I right or wrong? Just like James Bond. You're a secret agent. You know about a good property that's coming for sale, but nobody else knows about it yet. I'm letting you know you can make money with that piece of information, because now you can put it on this service and it puts it on the internet for you, just like you were searching on your mobile phones at the beginning. Those were 50% of the residential listings on this service are exclusive, not on real estate boards. Isn't that exciting?
Yes.
Isn't that exciting when you know about properties coming for sale? The public doesn't, so they're gonna wanna deal with you. They're gonna want to deal with you because you're dealing in exclusive information that they don't know about. So that's a big advantage for you. And it gives you a chance to trigger a lead. So the moment you get your listing signed, you have an open house, you invite all the people to the open house, and you go and do the deal. Who works on VIP condos? Anybody?
No.
Condos?
Regular condos.
You do condos?
Just regular condos.
Regular condos? Okay, very good. So regular condos, does anybody here go after for sale by owners at all? Anybody call for sale by owners?
I used to.
Used to? Okay, it was a headache, it was a problem. They were very negative, and you didn't want to do that anymore. I'm gonna
I
give
did
you.
one worse than that. I used to go and door knock on the doors.
Okay, that's great. Oh, I gotta give you credit. That's good.
And I learned by
And you
doing
look,
that.
that's the best way to learn. School of Hard Knocks. Our whole service, we learn from School of Hard Knocks. That's the best way to learn. I'm gonna give you a solution today that's gonna turn that around every for sale by owner. After the first couple of questions, they'll say, come on in, you watch.
Thank you.
I've got it special, and I'm gonna, when it comes up in the meeting, take your mobile phones and take a picture of these 3 questions once we get to that spot. How many people here have a buyer in real estate right now?
Sort of.
Okay, in your buyer, what are they looking for? Just tell me what your buyer is looking for.
For a condo
A condo, and roughly how much money? Price range?
between 400 to 450,
4 to 450, in what area?
Mississauga.
Mississauga. You know about it. Does anybody else know about your buyer?
No.
It's another secret agent. We have a lot of secret agents here today. Do you make money being a secret agent?
No.
No. We're gonna turn that right around. We're gonna turn it right around because you can post your want on this service. And an owner of a property can end up calling you. Might be another real estate, might be the owner of a property. Last year at the Toronto Real Estate Board, the largest sale was $28 million. ICIWorld, we've done 2 deals over $50 million. We've outsold the Toronto Real Estate Board in terms of highest price, not number of sales, highest price listings. One of them started from a want. Those stories, I can't go on all day talking about them. We have to leave here by 12:15. I'm going to 12:15. Is that okay with everyone? Okay, and then we'll be finished at that time. However, if you ever want to talk with us, you go to the service and you click on make an appointment. There's no charge. You can ask us, you can ask for a demo, you can ask questions, anything like that. And usually these seminars give rise to more questions. And how we help everyone is one-on-one in the form of an appointment. It's like a doctor's office. If we had to have 1,000 brokers calling in at one time to our office, we'd have to have 4 or 5 people answering the phone. That would be $200,000 to $300,000 a year to have all these people. Instead, we say, do not call our office, just make an appointment. You can see at the very top of the website, what's the very first thing at the very top of the website? What does that say right there?
Make an appointment.
Make an appointment. You can do this on the apps, you can do it all over. You'll learn how to do it later. You click on make an appointment, and then you see the 60 minutes here. I don't know if you can see it from the back there, can you?
Yeah.
60 minutes, I'm gonna click on it. And then you'll see the days of the month. We've got some Friday openings and next Monday, but if you go into October, you see you can pick a day that you want an appointment. And then If you want it on Thursday, there's all your times. We start at 6 a.m. in the morning. Same as Frank. Frank here in the office, he's an early bird. And you just go ahead and make your appointment. And then 10 minutes before your appointment time, you click on this other thing here called Webinar Workshops. And our two computers will be connected and we can show you how things work. I am the manager of the ICIWorld Society of Real Estate Brokers and Salespeople. We only allow real estate brokers and salespeople to join the service. And that's one of the things I'll be introducing today to you is a new website we just come out with. It's another tool called ILS.realestate, Information Listing Service. And we're teaching brokers and salespeople how to work information in a responsible fashion compatible with your real estate license and your company that you work with. Okay, let's move on. Any questions so far?
So if I want to post something on the site, do I have to make an appointment for that? Or is there a
Once you're a member and know how to do it, I'll actually just show you how easy it is. Thank you for your question. There's really only two things you do once you know what's going on. Once you're set up with what we call widgets, there's a special way that you can have all these exclusive listings on your website. I'm sorry. There's a special way you can have all these exclusive listings on your website. I just take one per row and look at it, please. Just one per row, share that. There you go. And you'll see that all the exclusive listings can actually be on your website. Once that's in place, there's only two things that you do. Number one, you're going to search from time to time. We're recommending that you just once a day or once every couple of days, what you do, and watch how fast this works. There's my mobile phone. I'm just going to click on the app or one of our other tools. I don't want to confuse you, but when you go to Canadian Tire and you know how you fill your toolbox with a bunch of tools, I'm calling all the tools we have the same as Canadian Tire tools in your toolbox. You can have a red handle, a green handle, and a black handle screwdriver. They're all screwdrivers. They're just different. Which one do you need? Well, the same thing is true with all our tools, all our different websites. And I have people say, just have one website. No, 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 no. All these websites are designed spread out all over the internet to bring all the leads in for each and every single one of you. We never know where the next one's coming in because marketing is a lot like fishing. If you have more lines in the water all over the place, you have a better chance to put food on the table. So these are all different tools. So I know this is the first time some of you have ever heard of this stuff. Wonder what the heck's going on, all these websites and everything. It can be overwhelming. They're just tools. This is a tool. And by the way, you can make an appointment from here as well. If you click on the more down there and you click on the login, bingo, make an appointment is at the very top. Once you know how to do it, you're going to end up going to this website, and that's after searching is member login. That's the only two things you use. You search, and then when you click on member login, there's the add have button. These are buttons for the member brokers. You click on add, and then there's the form to add a listing. Within 2 clicks, you can be adding a listing on ICIWorld. And in this case, you have wanted, Mississauga, was a condo from 400,000 to, wait a minute, to 450, right? Are they qualified, those people?
Yeah.
And then you say qualified. And then you just click on Canada, Ontario, you click on Greater Toronto, and you click on Brampton. Change the have to a want, and choose residential estates right there. We usually repeat it underneath here. It's a condo, it's Brampton. We put in the minimum price and put in the maximum price. And then we go down to the bottom of the screen and click on submit, which I'm not going to do, but I'm going to show you what it looks like if you did do it. On the left-hand side, it says latest world residential. I'm gonna click on that. And you'll see all kinds of listings coming in here. In fact, let me see if I can make it a little bit bigger. Can some of those people see those listings from the back now? Are you able to see that? I don't know. I could make it one more, a little bit bigger. Okay, but you can see all the listings coming in. So they just come in one at a time, and
So
then
only licensed agents can post?
only licensed agents can post in what we call database number 1
No, in this one.
on this one. Yes,
You have to get a membership, isn't it?
that's correct.
So you're going to login member management, right?
That's correct.
So you gotta sign up, right?
Yes, that's correct. But I'm going to be giving you a very special deal today for anybody that wants it. I'll mention it now if you want and get that out of the way. These sessions we do absolutely free. At real estate boards, we charge $2,000 for these sessions. They're a little bit more educational, but we include the education here, but we do a little bit of mentioning our service more often than what maybe a real estate board wants us to do. But nevertheless, you see that National Real Estate Information Listing Service sign? You can get a special there. Normally it's $319 to join. In fact, if everyone can, where's the, there's some, can somebody hand these out to everyone? If you don't mind. Okay, thank you so much. Everybody should get a copy of that. It's basically $319 per year to be a member. Or $40 per month, no contract to join. But today, we offer a special to the people that are interested in. The special is available on only one spot, and that's because I'm telling you. That's that particular website there, NREILS.com. In fact, if anybody is able to go there and tell me how much the special is, you're welcome to do that. But there it is there, NREILS.com. That's another tool. And you'll see that there's a special there today, which I'm offering the group. If anybody figures out how much it is, let us know. I'd like to see somebody, I know how much it is, but I want somebody to figure it out by going to that website. And that's it. You search information from time to time, and you add your haves and wants from time to time. I'm going to tell you how important this is by asking you all a question. How many listings do you have right now working on the internet for you on the Toronto Real Estate Board on MLS? Does anybody here have more than 5 listings? 4, 3, 2, 1? We got lots with 1. We got a few with 1. The other ones have 0. So in other words, would you agree or disagree that you're almost out of business? And we're all trying to get back into business by getting a listing. I know everybody's got buyers. I know that. I'm not counting. I'm talking about listings.
But I don't think that's the case because, I might not have a listing this month. I will have a listing next month, right?
But right
So
now,
I don't think that's.
right now, if you don't have a listing,
Uh-huh.
are you basically out of business trying to get a listing?
I don't think it is out of business. I think,
Okay.
this is a part of the business, right? You will get listing one
That's
month,
true.
you might not have it. It's not like a.
Do you have something for sale yourself right now?
Some listing for myself?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Oh, so you have a listing.
Yes, but the
Okay.
next month I might not have it, right?
That's right.
So, but you're saying it's not right. I'm saying like we are out of
What
business,
I'm
I don't
saying
like
is
it.
that in order to be active in real estate, you should have some listings working on the internet. In this case, you have 1.
Mhm.
Would you like it if I can show you how you can have 15?
Definitely, it's a good idea. Yes.
Okay, there's good news here.
I like
There's great news coming your way here.
I like it. I like it as an idea. But how practical it's going to be, that would be the next thing, right?
And make sure that I answer that question, how practical it is. Okay, I'm gonna answer that a little bit later.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir. And the,
Let's start with these 15 opportunities, how to get there. How do you get to 15 opportunities on the internet? Remember before I said the beauty of the internet, there's 4 billion people out here on the internet. When you get your listing and you put it on the Toronto Real Estate Board, MLS, It's out there where all these people are. What if you could have 15 opportunities on the internet working? Isn't that wonderful? Well, you can do that with information. You have a buyer. That should be on the internet. This can do it for you. You're getting in business, you're trying to trigger leads. But what if you ask those people, the one that was coming for sale, you put that on the internet? That's an opportunity for you to do business. And I'm going to show you how. Does anybody here go to Kijiji?
Yes.
How many people go to Kijiji for looking for some business? Get excited. Get excited. I got something special for you. Kijiji is the best. I love it because the owner is listing all the information on their property on Kijiji. Everything's there. The lot size, the pictures, everything. You could call them up and you could ask them 3 questions. Would you pay me a commission if I brought you a buyer? What are they going to say?
Yes.
Yeah. Would you sign a 48-hour exclusive listing if I brought you a buyer, I need it to cover my showing? What are they going to say? Yeah. Will you give me permission to market your property, but I'm going to do it without the address? They're going to say, you're going to spend money marketing my property and I don't have to sign a listing with you? Go for it. They're going to love it. They have a problem. They're dying to get out. They're dying to sell their property. And you just ask them for permission to advertise it and I don't have to give you a listing? Yeah, please help me. So now you get all those people in Kijiji. You can be posting them on here on the internet. You can be triggering the lead. As soon as somebody calls in interested, make an appointment, make sure you're covered with a listing, and go show the property. 90% of FSBOs are sold by licensed real estate brokers and salespeople. 90%. People think they're selling it themselves, but in the final analysis, it's really real estate brokers and salespeople that really end up selling. Did I answer the question? What was the question there?
So you had asked us to find out by going through that website, your website, the price, special price. And there's a special
did you
price.
find it?
I did.
And how much is it?
It's a secret. I'm not telling anyone. 240 Canadian.
For how long?
18 months.
Did you hear that, everyone?
What's that?
You can tell them.
Okay. The special price, if you go onto the website, is $240 Canadian, and it's not for 12 months. It's for 18 months.
Can we negotiate that to 36?
There it is there. The special is nreils.com. You can go right there and sign up. If you do sign up today, don't leave this place without making an appointment with us for we recommend a 1-hour orientation session with everyone. It's conducted over the internet in your office or home office, wherever you are. We'll be at our office and it'll be conducted over the internet.
Thank you.
Okay, by appointment. If you missed your appointment, just make another one. If you need a second appointment, just make another one. Okay, it's all done over the internet.
Since we're talking about this, could I interrupt you for 1 second?
Yes?
Royal LePage, our regular Royal LePage, they have webinars all
Yes.
the time.
Yes.
And you've got webinars
Yes.
ongoing as well?
Yes, we do them every hour on the hour, starting at 6 a.m. daily.
Thank you.
Okay, but they're one-on-one with you. We give you undivided attention.
Thank you.
If you want to see all of our webinars for the last couple of years, you go to ICIWorld.tv. It's our YouTube educational channel. There's over 100 videos there that you can see everything that's kind of going on here. Recorded, the last one I'm going to recommend you go to is the one at the Oakville Real Estate Board. And that was conducted a few weeks ago, and you can listen to the seminar that was conducted there.
Thank you.
Okay, let's move on. The seminars that I do on regular, by the way, I'll cover some of this right now. One of the gentlemen here, I think, just said just a few moments ago, are there any deals and how practical is this service? And I'm going to actually show some deals that are being done. Hang on 1 second, see if I can just get it going here. Hang on 1 second. I'll just get them started. All of the deals that you're going to start seeing on the screen right now were conducted with exclusive information that was not on any real estate board. Let me see if I can speed that up there. Oh, that's a special pledge we have, never go longer than 90 days without doing business. I'll cover that a little bit later. But let me just go down a little bit. Okay, there it is there. And you're going to see deal after deal. We have over 50 pages of testimonials of everyone connecting to do business with exclusive information, not just MLS listings. And the only transactions that we're reporting here are the ones that you can do without a listing on a Toronto Real Estate Board. You'll still have an exclusive listing in place, but the exclusive listing may not be on the Toronto Real Estate Board. It'll be a separate 48-hour or exclusive listing. All of these deals were done by working with exclusive information. Wants, I want to talk a little more about the wants. How many people in this room do residential? How many in this room want to do some commercial? Okay. How many people don't want to do commercial? Don't want to do commercial. Okay. So for the people that don't want to do commercial, you can do something that all the other people are doing, and that is you can do referrals. So if somebody calls you, we have special international commercial real estate links from other brokers in the world to their listings that you can have on your website. In other words, we can supply you with a menu item that you can call exclusive, and you can put that exclusive button on your website. I'm going to be demonstrating that here in a moment. And when somebody clicks on that menu button on your website, somebody could call you on a $1 million apartment building in Brampton. They could call you. Now, a general practitioner doctor, if you go to a doctor and you have a heart problem, what does he do?
Send you to a specialist.
He refers you to a specialist. So if somebody calls you on a $1 million apartment building on your website, from the links that we supply, from all these other brokers in the world who have agreed to allow them to be on your website, you get a call on that $1 million building, and if you don't want to sell it, what could you do?
Refer.
You do a referral. So the people are going to call you up and say, can you help me? And you're going to say, yes, I can help you. I will have someone call you back. And you get a hold of the broker who's got that $1 million apartment building. Can you do that if you're in residential real estate? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And so you call the other broker and you say, I have a lead for you. Is a 25% referral commission okay with you? You're a residential agent. You got a call on a commercial property. You can get calls on residential property and go show them. But I'm talking about all the other properties that you might get calls on. And then they agree to it. You put your agreements in place. You just did a referral. Now, the reason why brokers and salespeople don't do referrals is simply because you're not triggering them to do referrals. If you have listings on your website, and one very special thing, if those listings are structured in a way that nobody can click on them, and it's your website, they have to ask you for more information. Isn't that wonderful? That's wonderful. So you can have the ads from ICIWorld, you can have them all on your website. And if somebody sees an apartment building, a shopping center, a new home for sale, VIP condos coming for sale, a cottage, waterfront property, anything at all, because it's all there, residential, commercial, industrial businesses, it's all there. You'll have that as a general practitioner broker on your website. And if somebody calls you on a waterfront property in Muskoka, what are you going to do with it?
Refer.
Do a referral. Call the other broker. I have a lead for you. Is a 25% referral commission okay with you? If it's $1 million transaction at 5%, that's $50,000 split between the listing broker and the selling broker, $25,000 each. You would get 25% of the $25,000. How much is that?
$6,500.
$6,250, you got it. $6,000 for doing a 5-minute referral. The only reason brokers don't make money doing referrals because you don't get the leads. But if you could trigger the leads from your website, we've got one broker who's done 15 referrals, a Remax agent out of Peterborough. That's a total of 75 minutes of his time. He made $45,000. The only reason he made $45,000 is referrals. He was only getting $3,000 because the prices are lower in his area. But you can trigger leads to do referrals. So this is something very exciting for all brokers in the world, because I believe, and I've joined an organization called the CIPS, which stands for Certified International Property Specialist. I'm recommending you all consider getting your CIPS designation. It's a worldwide international real estate designation. There's 5 courses. They're conducted here in Toronto, put on by different various organizations, REIC, sometimes AREA puts on now the CCIM ones that I have here. But I'm thinking globally now more for all of you. As the manager of this society, we have 500 members, and connecting internationally is what's really exciting. Really exciting. If you could have all the listings in the world from all the other brokers in the world on your website, and if anybody tries to click on a number, they can't click on it. I don't care where it is in the world. You get the call and you can do a referral. Isn't that wonderful? The concept, do you think and embrace that concept? I'd like to hear from you right now.
Yeah.
Is that a good concept?
Yes.
That's exactly what we're doing. And with the advent of the internet, it's stepped it up quite a bit. But it's still a challenge to grow this service, because we had to make, before today, how many people heard of ICIWorld before today in this room? How many people? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it.
But
Why?
I didn't know what you
Why
did.
not?
I didn't
Why?
really know what you did.
Why haven't everybody heard about it? We're spending thousands and thousands of dollars. Does anybody ever see these things?
Yes.
These are in your front office. Guess who's at the top right corner? We're right there. We've been in your office the whole time for the last 10 years. We're spending thousands. I'm keeping it there even though you don't see it. Even though people don't see it, because the customers are. And if a customer, somebody wants to buy or sell something, they click on this website here and they go to it, they're gonna see your listings. They call you, you make an appointment, you go sell it and make $15,000. Just like that, because of one of these simple little ads. Interesting, eh? It's all connecting. We've been examining how to get everybody connected over the years, and we're doing it from the ground up. We did not get $20 million seed money to start to grow this service. We started with brokers, just like you have a computer and you're trying to figure out how to operate and how to operate everything. We're all struggling. I'm a broker. I've been a broker for 45 years. However, I want you to consider me as a personal marketing and information assistant to each and every one of you. I'm an assistant to you. You're the boss. You're the CEO of your real estate practice. But because we work with over 1,000 real estate brokers on a daily fashion, from 6 a.m. right to 5 p.m. daily, we've got a lot of experience helping brokers succeed in the business. And that I will be sharing with you in your little one-on-one sessions that we go through. So you can see all of those deals that are going on. That should be very exciting. These people, to me, are the inspiration to believe in cutting-edge technology and to make it work in the real estate industry for information services. Does that help answer your question? Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, now, when I do these seminars, I do them in a different order all the time. I don't always do it, and it helps make it more interesting for me to kind of go where I like to go with the audience that I'm with at the time. And I have the PowerPoint presentation, which I could stick to religiously and just go through it, or I can do what I'm doing now. But I also have a copy of the PowerPoint here for everyone, so that you don't miss anything. I don't know if I have enough copies for everyone. Oh, did everyone get a copy so far? Okay, I only have so many copies left.
We can get this.
Okay, if anybody can share. Okay. There you go. Is there two there? 2 copies? No? We got 1 copy there, 1 copy there. I'm out of copies. Okay, but,
You want to make more copies.
pardon me?
You want to make more copies.
Oh, did it? Oh, great, thank you so much. That is the actual PowerPoint presentation that I'm going through slide by slide. You can actually take your notes right on there. And you will notice after a while that I did skip from one to the end to another during the session already. But I go through the PowerPoint as a checklist again, just to reinforce some of the things that we're talking about. Because when you've got so many things that we're talking about this morning, you're gonna leave here and say, oh my God, where the heck do I start? You know, what is he talking about? You know, you're kind of wondering what's going on. Sometimes it takes a little leap of faith to say, okay, how do I make use of all this stuff? If you want a little one-on-one presentation, we can still give you a one-on-one. You just make an appointment and make a demo. What I'm about to say sounds crazy, but I have a reason. I'm going to explain the reason. Please do not call us on the phone. I know it sounds crazy. If you have to, yes, go ahead. My card is here. My phone number is on. Does everybody have a copy of the card? There's my card. Okay.
Thank you.
Everybody want a card? There's lots of cards, so there's no problem. Okay.
If you make a connection and you post an ad and you make a connection here,
Yes.
how do you proceed after that?
Well, you go show the property, make money, market sold, go to your next deal.
Now, how, is it considered a private sale or, no, it's an exclusive?
It's just not on MLS, that's all.
Okay.
It's a sale. You just talk with Frank in your office, he'll help you process the deal just like a regular deal. You just don't report it to the board because there's no board listing, right? You're gonna have an exclusive listing. And that'll go in your trade record sheet and all that stuff.
So like this is considered a competition throughout MLS?
No, it actually complements MLS. See, with MLS, you have to have a signed listing, right?
Yes.
Who had that property coming for sale in 3 months? Who was that?
He said he just walked out.
Oh, just one. You can't put that on the Toronto Real Estate Board, but you can put it here. Now, some people say, now, if you're a member of this service, yes, you can advertise your MLS listings. But really, everybody in the world, they should be searching MLS first. That should be the first place you go to search. That's the backbone of our industry. I've served on MLS committees. And everybody should try, if you can get a signed listing, put it on there. But there's so much information that you can't get signed. This is a service to work that kind of information. Doris.
Gary, a lot of people want to go directly to the listing agent nowadays. So, or they want off-market properties, off-market. So this is a great tool to have access to off-market properties. So you can tell your buyers, I have access to off-market properties.
Yes.
And go to use
But
ICIWorld.
the public have access.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Right from day one, they had access, and there's there's about, people ask me how many people are visiting the websites in total. We have, you can measure what is called the IP addresses of incoming people clicking on the website. We have about 40,000 unique IP addresses. That's about as close as we can get to the number of people that are kind of clicking behind a computer. Now, if they're at one computer, it'll only count once. But if they move to a different computer at a different spot, that'll be another IP address. So it could be one person with 2 IPs sometimes, okay? But that's as close as I can get to the number. But the bottom line in any business, as far as I'm concerned, is am I getting a call? Am I getting showings? And am I doing deals? That's what I was showing earlier, all the people that were doing deals and making connections. And we have a special pledge that if you're not doing a deal every 90 days or triggering leads to do deals every 90 days, you should call me. And Doris, you asked your question, and then I'm going to talk about people who have not made money on the service, the reasons why, and how they can be fixed. Go ahead, Doris, you wanted to ask something.
Oh, yeah, he was saying about the public has access to the listings that are posted by the members,
Yes.
but they don't have access to listings that are posted by the private or sell by owners or for sale by
Okay, I
owner.
haven't introduced that yet,
Yes,
but
because he was asking that
we have a
if the
way.
public has access, what's the point, right?
Yeah, that's right, well, that's, because if the public doesn't have access, it's like, you know what I'm saying, it's like.
Because, public.
Okay, what was I about to say?
If the public, he's wondering if the public has access to the site, what's
Yes.
the point of us having like this exclusive platform if they can access it, but they can't access all the information? That's the point.
Yeah, you can think of it as, we have a separate, what they're referring to is a separate database that we have. And the best way to say it is we have two databases. One that the members have a membership, you post your information, the whole world can read your information, call you, and you do business. Got it? Just like classified ads in a newspaper. You post an ad, the public can call you.
Sorry, so how does this information go out? So they post it on your site, and
Yep.
how does it go out? So how would somebody find the actual information that I posted?
Okay,
What they would type
there's,
in on Google, I'm trying to figure out.
that is
you know.
a subject of a full day presentation. The answer, it's the shortest question that I ever get, and it has the longest answer. Because how does the public see our information?
Yeah, well, but this is the most
This
important thing. I
publication,
wanna know
I'm
how.
gonna go through
how
them.
do we find-
I'm just gonna go through 4 out of 40.
Okay.
Okay, 40 ways that the people learns about the service. These are thousands of dollars to post these ads every day. It's not just these publications, but we've got others. That drives traffic to the website. It
Okay,
gets people installing the apps on their phones. So the public is connecting in here big time. And there's a lot of double enders going on with it. You'll post a listing and you get a call from the public, you go show the property and do a sale, just like that. Just like classified ads in a newspaper. There's 4 billion people that are on the internet. We've been on the internet since 1994. We have over 18,000 pages on the internet. We have 20,000 emails that are distributing information daily to the industry. We have 2,000 other brokers' websites that are displaying your information on their website. You can agree or not agree to allow your listings to be on other brokers' websites. And we're going to show you that there's brokers that have agreed to allow their listings to be on your website right now. You join the service, we're going to send you an instruction that you send to your website designer, and they are going to install these links on your phone.
okay.
And I'm going to demonstrate that in a moment.
So when I talk to my buyers and I ask them how you search for listings,
Yep.
right? They're not gonna search, I don't tell them or me for listings, so having it on another broker's website, I don't know, it means not much.
Let me
I mean, I don't see the
say you
connection.
posted a listing on here,
Okay,
and it's on 2,000 other brokers' websites. Another broker gets a call. We've had it happen, but people from Sault Ste. Marie buying a property in London, Ontario, people from Sudbury moving to the GTA, people in the GTA moving out of town. And they search all these, every broker has traffic going to their website. Some have little traffic, some have a lot more traffic. If somebody gets traffic to their website and they see your listing, you're gonna start getting incoming referrals that you never got before. They're gonna call you up and say, I see you have a listing for a home in Brampton. I've got somebody who could be interested, can I do a referral to you? So you're gonna start to trigger incoming referrals from all this. It's the brokers taking over the industry. We're taking over all the exclusive information out there so that you're getting the calls, not just on MLS listings, but now you can get calls on the exclusive opportunities that everybody has. That's what I'm excited about too.
Can we somehow block people like agents from, suppose I don't want any GTA agent because it's not worth it for me.
You can say principals only if you want to do that. Okay, you could say that if you wanted to. Now, Doris did bring up the fact that we have a database number 2, which I'll now explain that to you. You'll see up here when I click on the word search, there's 4 searches. It's the same 4 searches that are on your phone. Commercial, business, residential, and the 4th one says,
For sale by,
what's it say?
for sale by owner.
Out loud, anybody?
For sale by.
For sale by owner. You bet. I'm gonna click on for sale by owner. And I'm gonna, right on Brampton, I'm gonna click on search Brampton, and bingo, up comes these listings. Let me see if I can make it a little bit larger. Is that easier to read there?
Yes.
Okay. These are people, the public, who are posting information on ICIWorld. Absolutely free. Now, if someone tries to click on one of these message numbers, this 3-bedroom townhouse near Sheridan College, if somebody tries to click on that, they can't do it. Who do they have to call?
The
A
agent.
member of the service. Yeah. They have to call a member of the service. So in other words,
But you said not to call.
no, not me. They're not calling me. They're gonna call a member of the service. You, we want everybody to call you guys and ladies. Okay, so in other words, these FSBOs can also be on your website. Would you like to have these FSBOs on your website? How many people would like to have those on their website? How many in this room? Would you like to have them? Yeah. I often say that marketing is a lot like fishing. If you don't put your line on the water, you have no chance of putting food on the table. This is like putting your line in the water. Now you've got, because from a broker's point of view, it's the listings that trigger the leads. Agree or disagree?
Agreed.
But if you look at this list, I mean, these are not really visible. These are actually 99% of them are want.
That's a FSBO looking to buy. Yeah, that's a buyer looking to buy a property. You can call them up. I've had people get the buyer from ICIWorld, go to the MLS, find a property, call the buyer back, go show it and make a sale.
There's halves there too, like the 3-bedroom townhouse, that's probably a half, right? That, when you have highlighted, that's a half.
That's a half. That's Sheridan College in Brampton. Yeah.
And the one above it is a half as well, sale of a business without property.
Right.
That's probably a half.
So there's haves and wants here. Now, if you want to separate them out, you can change it. You can change it from a have, just change it to a have or a want. I'm going to choose the haves. Hang on. I don't know what the heck's the matter with that. Change it to a have and do a search and see what it's like. They are.
All of those.
These are just the haves. Now, get excited with what I'm about to do. Who wants to do business today before 5 o'clock? All right, watch this. I'm going to change this to a want. And this can work for residential real estate people too. And there's somebody that is wanted. They're looking for a Chinese Hakka restaurant. And I know you're in residential real estate. But let's say for lunch today, you chose to go for Chinese food. It's possible, right? Doesn't have to be. It could be a want for a submarine sandwich. It could be a pizza. It could be an Italian restaurant. It could be anything. If you know what the want is, when you go to the Chinese restaurant today at 12 noon or 1 o'clock, by the time you get out here, and you go have your Chinese meal and you finish, and you go up and you're paying at the cash register, you ask, is he the owner or is the owner here? And he says, yeah, I'm the owner. And you tell him, thank you for the meal. It was good, I enjoyed it. By the way, I happen to be in real estate with LePage. If I could get you the price you wanted for your restaurant, would you consider selling? Could you do that today at 1 o'clock if you wanted to? I'm just saying, could you do it today before 1 o'clock?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what if he says yes? You bring me in $450,000? Let him take it away. I'm ready to sell. I'm had it up there. I don't want any more. I want to retire. Something. So now he just finished saying yes. Yes. Now, how did you get that idea to ask him? From the wants. This is the way to create new business for yourselves. Isn't that exciting?
Yes.
You've got a built-in buyer.
Yes.
That's
So you-
lead generating.
You bet it is.
Lead
You
generating.
bet it is. What about if there's a buyer here for a hotel? Anybody gonna stay at a hotel in the next year? A motel? Anybody at all? When you talk to that motel owner, hotel, even the hotel owner, say, listen, I happen to be in real estate. If I could get you the price you wanted for your hotel, would you consider selling? And they'll say, sure. You get me 4.5 million for my property? Take it away. Now you just became what? A secret agent. You know about it, but nobody else does. Can you put that on the Toronto Real Estate Board? I can't hear anybody. No. People, this is an educational class to help you make a lot of money. I have brokers that have made over $1 million on this service, okay? For a $319 membership. There's people making hundreds of thousands of dollars. I got ladies like yourself call me, I got a check for $135,000, Gary. I just want to give you a big hug. I've got it happening all the time, people making connections here. It's very exciting, and I just love it. They're taking me out for lunch and dinner and stuff like that too, you know? So yeah, you can post that information on this service confidentially. And I'm going to show you how to do it so that you don't get in trouble. Don't do it until you know this whole seminar. You have to listen to the whole thing, otherwise you're going to miss out and you can.
Arun, are you following?
I'm sorry?
No, I just want to make sure my colleague is following.
So you can see how these wants can really kind of help you.
Yeah.
Okay?
So you could even go and call like Chinese restaurants around town and
Yeah.
make like 15 listings in 2 weeks or a week or two.
You absolutely could. Okay, now we're going to cover everything by skipping through certain articles here. If there's any questions you have, we're going to move along quickly because I don't need to go over some things. But this is to make sure that we go through the checklist of items that I'd like to make sure we cover in every session. There's 3.7 billion people on the internet. 60% of them are using mobile devices. So these mobile devices are more and more important every single day. Now, I had you all put the app on your phone, but each of you has a website.
Yes.
Is there anyone here that does not have a website? Anyone? Do not have a website. Chances are you all have a mobile website. Yes or no? Okay, I'm about to share with you a marketing plan, and I shared it with Frank today. He says it's great. Here it is. Let's say you have a mobile website, and I'm going to click on this one here. In fact, this is so important, we're going to hook it up. Hang on. I think I might have to go this way. Here is a mobile Royal LePage website coming up. I hope. There we go. Okay, I'm going to go through it. There it is. Everybody has different real estate websites. There's 32 website companies in the Greater Toronto area. And we're supporters of every single website that you have. We support all of your websites. Now, this is a website, and I now have a question for each of you. Would it be nice to have your real estate website on the mobile phones of all your customers in your database?
Your dream.
Let me repeat, this is very important. This is going to give you an edge up on everybody in the business here right now. I'm going to start by asking a question. How many people were at the last wedding that you went to? What's the largest wedding you ever went to? Just throw out a number.
500?
500? 500?
1,000.
1,000?
Hundreds of different years now, right?
How many? 500? Okay,
I think that's
Anywhere- anywhere from 100 to 1,000 people that are attending that wedding. And it's the same for funerals. Both, isn't it? Let's talk about those people. Would it be nice if all those people had your mobile website on their phone?
Yes.
And then whenever they think of real estate, they go to the phone, they open up your website, and they'll click on it. And they'll say, oh, look at all the choices. We can find residential real estate. I'm going to click on that. Search MLS, RF sales, solds, find commercial, pre-construction, exclusives. They can search all of this. I'll click on find residential. And maybe they want to use smart search. And they can even click on search. And then, how many people are familiar with realtor.ca, homes near me? How many? And you don't have that? Homes,
No, I don't.
homes near me? Okay. I'm going to click on, this is the only website that I know of that you can do it on your website if you had this. We market these websites. We have a special discount for members to get this website. I click on the geolocator button, and bingo, that's where we are right now. We are right here. Where's the blue button? Geolocator. Okay, this is the area that we're located in right now. So if I was to click on, say, one of these, up comes the homes near me. I'm going to click on that. Sunforest Drive, is that near here?
Yes.
I'm not even from here.
Yeah, very.
But if I was driving around in my car looking for a house on a Sunday afternoon, looking for open houses, I can have your website on my phone, and I can do the homes near me thing with with your website. Isn't that wonderful? And then when you want to find out about more information, view this listing about the property details, all that kind of stuff, everything's right there. And there's the contact name and number. This is Doris's website. Isn't that neat? Now, what else can you do on this website? Well, you can tell people that you have exclusive listings on your website that other brokers don't have. And you go to the website, back to the top, you click on the menu. Now, I'm calling this item up here, I'm calling that a hamburger bun. Okay, that's a hamburger. So you're going to hear me say hamburger because it looks like it's hamburgers. Okay, 3 little lines of hamburger patty. I'm going to click on the hamburger. And that's how you search on an Android or an iPhone. And then one of the choices happens to be this one here called exclusives. This is when you become a member, you are going to get that exclusive button on your website. If you want to do it on your phones right now, go to dorisperino.com. You will see the spelling of Doris, D-O-R-I-S, Perino, P-A-R-R-E-N-O. Everyone bring that up on your phone. Go to your website, go to your mobile phone, and bring up, open Safari or Google Chrome. And this is important so that you can show your customers. You got to get used to doing this. You're the leaders in the industry. You're the salespeople professionals in the industry. You have to show people how to do this. And when I finish this, I'm going to cover one of the most important things this morning, and that is how to add your website as a shortcut on your customer's phone. How many people know how to do that in this room? How to add a shortcut to their phone? I want to see a hand. Not one. You're going to learn it today. It's so important. That way you can show your customer how to have your website on their phone as a shortcut. Wouldn't that be wonderful?
Yes.
And over the next year, you're going to try to get every one of your customers to put your website on their phone as a shortcut. That way, when they want to search real estate, they can do it. And that way, someday, one of your friends could be playing hockey with somebody or soccer or something. And they're sitting around with the guys discussing real estate. Oh, by the way, why don't you go to my website and you can search exclusive on my website. And then you show them, and the guy says, oh, what website address is that? And you give them your website address. Your website address can start spreading out in the community so that you're on mobile phones. Our number one goal is to help you get all the traffic in each area. We're driving traffic to your website. Now, in the case of exclusive, there's my haves and wants, which is right here. World Residential, which I'm going to click on right now. I'll click on World Residential. And up comes this form. Anybody recognize this form?
It's your form.
It's the same that's on the apps. Now, when you go to the bottom of the form, now I'm going to change it from select world area. I'm going to change it to Canada. I'm going to change it to Ontario. I'm going to change it to Greater Toronto. And I'm going to search the database. And bingo, look at that. All this information is going to come from your website. And when people see something that they might like, there's a detached home in York Region. I'll just choose this one right here. Power of sale. There's a power of sale. Would you like to have power of sales on your website right now? Would you like that?
Yes.
You're going to have it. People are going to try to click on that number. They can't click on it. So I have a question for these four in the front here. If this is your website, and if people cannot click on that number, who do they have to call?
You.
Give me a high five. High five. High five. All right. Very good. Isn't that wonderful? You can be doing nothing in real estate. They can be sleeping in bed. Somebody can go to your website and see that. And you're going to get a call. Somebody's going to call you up and say, oh, by the way, I was on your website and I'm interested in that one in York Region, detached home for $938. Can you help me? What are you going to say? Yes, I can help you. Now, would you do a referral or would you try to get the information yourself and go sell it? How about you? Would you try to sell it yourself? Yeah, yourself? Would you try to sell it yourself? Yeah, you do that one yourself. But if you're somebody else, you might not want to sell it. You might do a referral, right? You got that choice. Isn't that wonderful? This is the power of the network of sharing listings. You sharing listings with other brokers sharing listings with you. Not just listings on a real estate board. We all know there's MLS. I've served on MLS committees. It's the best service in the world. But if you can't put it on MLS, this is where ILS kicks in. Now, if anybody wants to know, I'm going to share it with you right now anyways, so that you can know what's going on with this service. I went to the National Association of Realtors mid-year conference in Washington, D.C. I recommend you all attend it someday. Unbelievable. 10,000 realtors in several hotels, sessions going all day long. I'm a CIPS member. I went to the CIPS regular sessions, global alliance sessions, and international sessions, and I'm meeting brokers from all over the world. MLS, I went to the MLS committee meetings. They're trying to expand in Europe. They've only got Romania. They don't have anybody else. Can you believe that? They don't have anybody else. They're trying. You know why? Everybody's keeping all the information in their back pocket. They're not sharing information. They haven't bought into the fact of sharing information like they do here. So there's a big, big selling job going on now, trying to get MLS accepted over there. I went to the CCIM commercial meetings, to the national meetings, Global Alliance, the international meetings, all of these meetings. And it's exciting to have all brokers like us just going there to learn to try to make all these services work. And I was trying to get them to buy ILS.real estate, to buy our service and provide it for all realtors in the world, including yourselves. But they don't buy things. We are a service, believe it or not. Realtor.ca is a service that they contract to do it. They do not own, it's not their service. They get a company to provide it. Someday if they don't like that company, they kick them out and get another company to do it. The same thing is true here. There's services that supply services to the real estate association. The real estate association doesn't want to run it. They don't want to run this thing. They want other people to run it successfully in compliance with how they do business. They don't want people that are not realtors to join. That's their big thing, so they can get the membership. So I said, well, that's what we're doing, but we're doing it with information. And they said, no, can't do it with you, Gary. I said, why not? He says, because you're doing residential. I says, what? They have a deal with realtor.ca that nobody can do residential except realtor.ca. I don't know if I told you that, Doris. They don't want us to do residential. And so right off the bat, after trying to work for 6 months to get meetings with them, and I met with the people that actually, they have a technical arm that helps to develop new services, they said no. I said, well, just a minute, hold on. What if I did the commercial for the National Association of Real Estate Worldwide and I keep the residential separate? That could work. So then we started a discussion. We had one meeting, we've had 2 meetings, we've now had 3 meetings, Doris. The biggest thing that I'm excited about, there's not a no. There's not a no. That's good.
Yes.
That means that we're going to continue discussions. After today's session, there's a special handout here. That's, oh, don't tell me we didn't do, oh yes, we did. I'm going to give it to you all now. Can somebody hand these out? There you go. Just hand these out. This is a feedback. Can you just pass those around and then I'll take the blank ones. There's an evaluation form there. One of the questions on there is, would you like your real estate board to provide this service? Everyone answers yes all the time. So that someday it would be nice if this service was provided, as far as I'm concerned, your real estate board. That would be pretty good. So in other words, not only do you have MLS, but you also have ILS. Wouldn't that be neat? Now we've been doing it. We've proven to them that we're compatible with the whole industry. It's just compatible, it can be, and it works hand in hand with the MLS as well. Anybody's got the extra copies, you can just put them back on that chair there if you don't mind. Let's move on through the checklist. There's how much it is normally to join, $40 a month or $319 per year, unlimited haves and wants, 50 pages of testimonials online, install the app, you've already done that. And believe it or not, the service actually becomes free once you join. People say, how does that happen? Well, here it is. It's this VIP corporate card, right there. The VIP corporate card is a discount card. If you've ever, who's been to Realtor Quest? Anybody here been to Realtor Quest? Okay, very good. And would you believe I left them all? I just got back from a trip and I left them all. I'll have to send it to you by mail, by snail mail. Anybody that joins gets a VIP corporate card, which is over 250 vendors in the Greater Toronto area that you can get discounts on. I've had discounts on people from, hang on.
Gary, I got my Cineplex movie tickets from there.
Okay, can you explain what this corporate card is, please?
Oh, it's just a discount card that you can get discounts at hotels, computers. I just bought a whole stash of movie tickets that I give away for gifts and clients and stuff like that. I got it at a discount using the corporate card.
Very good. There's oh, I'm on the wrong screen. Geez, I didn't even realize it. Hang on. Let me switch over back here.
Hotels, they have lots of promotions. Car rentals, park and flies.
Okay, there it is there. Okay, so we've got in the city save $220 US renting a car in San Francisco. Another one, you save money on hotels, Cineplex, Canada's Wonderland, CNE. There's all kinds of discounts for different things. And actually the special that you have today, you should be able to save more in discounts over the year if you use the card. And that actually makes your membership become free. Another way to make your membership become free is if you refer someone or sponsor someone else to join, Your renewal, when you, after the special is over, is $319 to rejoin. The first person you renew or help join reduces your renewal fee from $319 to $240. And the new person can join for $240 for 1 year as long as they mention your name. That's the card. Do you want to show it, Sarah?
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone will get that in the mail, whoever joins. So it's a discount card that actually saves money on everything. By the way, if there's anybody ever thinking of joining, you just go to that website and that will give you the special. You actually join online. Okay, you join online. If there's some reason that somebody cannot join online, you give us your, you just fill in